So I'm sitting there in my car, and everyone's like, hey, go get us some food. So I say, of course, why not? Because I'm hungry as well. So I decide to get in the car, start it up, and I start driving down to McDonald's because everyone wanted McDonald's that day. I'm driving down there. I'm like, it's gonna be a good day. Just gonna grab some food, just usual, right? I get to the drive-thru. I order my food. That's it. We go. I go and give the money to the girl. Connection. Not like any connection you've ever felt before. It's a real connection. We touch hands. We're over here like, boom. We both shock each other. That kind of connection. Not the longing like, I love you. But no, it's a shock. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And she's over here like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And we're both giggling to ourselves. And I'm thinking inside, I could have done a pickup line. I could have been like, hey yo, you felt those sparks? Can I get your number? Something, right? But no. I keep on going, keep the awkward laugh going, and I go pick up my food, and that's it. Or it would have been. Because then, as soon as we get off, I go take my phone, and like, hello, Katie. She's like, yes, Eli, what's going on? What do you need? Katie, I just had this connection with a girl at the drive-thru at McDonald's. Excuse me, what? And of course, the whole conversation, I'm telling her about the story that I just told you, right? I'm like, oh, I go pay for the food, we shock each other, and we just continue on. She's like, well, was she cute? Was she nice? I'm like, yeah, she was nice. She was really cute. She's like, well, go back and get her number. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Because me, I'm like, hi. So I'm trying to back out as hard as I can. And she's like, no, you're going back. What you're going to do is you go back to the drive-thru, you get yourself some ice cream. So if she says no, you have ice cream. If she says yes, you have a number and ice cream. And I'm not the type of guy that'd be like, hey, yo, can I get your number? No, I'm like, hey, is there a chance I can get your number? I'm very shy. I'm very, like, closed. So I go back through the drive-thru. She's pumping up the entire time because she knows that I don't make a move, someone else does. And she's like, we got to change that. You got to be the one to make the move. You're going to find someone. I'm like, okay, fine. I go back through. I order my ice cream. Like, hey, can I get an ice cream cone, please? And before that, they didn't have ice cream cones. And now they do. I didn't notice that at the time, but when I got done eating my ice cream, they had ice cream cones. So I was shooketh. I go, and I see her again. And I'm like, hi. And she's like, oh, hi. I hand her the money. Second time, we shock each other. I'm like, no, this is the time. In my brain, everything slowed down. Like you see in the movies where something happens and they just start slowing time down. So I'm like, okay. What do we do? What's the pickup line? Like, hey, yo, felt that connection? Can't get your number. I'm like, no. Too F-boy. Too much of an F-boy. I'm like, hey, that's the second time that's happened. It must mean something, right? I'm like, okay, maybe that one. I don't know. I just wing it hardcore. I'm like, hey, that's wild. That's such a connection there. It's like, I know, right? It's like, hey, is there a chance I can get your number? It's like, wait, what? She was shook that I asked for her number because she was like, I'm not pretty. I'm not a pretty girl. I'm like, no, you are pretty. You are a good, gorgeous woman. But I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. I'm hoping she could catch my waves. I'm like, yeah, can I get your phone number? She's like, actually, no. I'm like, oh, okay. And the rest of the time, it's just awkward, right? It's just awkward. So I'm like, thanks. I go to the drive-thru, grab my ice cream cone, and I'm eating it depressed because I'm like, I just got shot down. The first time shooting my shot, and I get shot down. So I call up the phone again. I'm like, Katie. She's like, oh, the results? I'm like, well, I have ice cream. And she's like, did she say yes? I'm like, she said no. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, that's why I don't shoot my shot. And that's the time I shot my shot, and it didn't get me anywhere.